get started. Assuming we're still doing QR stamper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna roll out the side of the map, why climb this wall? Like, there's no point. You can just jump and slash underneath the left wall, and you can hit the same guy, and then you're in, like, significantly less danger. Because you're in try range. If you're lucky your other teammate's here, but, like, if the try just sloshes twice as you walk up here, you're trading at best. And you don't want to be trading with a try. Like, 99% of the time, it's not going to be a good trade. So if you have, like, a ledge you can play under, like, the only reason you go left on this side of the map, because, like, Sturgeon left side is just trash. Like, it's a terrible approach option. You're just climbing a wall, and you're being instantly surrounded. So, like, if you're gonna go left, you take advantage of peeking under a ledge. You only climb this if nobody else is going here. If none of the enemy team is going the main route to enter the stage, you're probably just gonna win.
Okay.
In the fight, which is good. Okay, poke for this guy. You're not using burst bomb at all here. You're kind of like slashing up here, but you don't know if there was a teammate either like on the spinner or on the snipe to like get him. So burst bomb, so you like paint for him. You also poke if anyone's there, and then if you go to help, the dude is already weak, and you just charge slash, and you'll kill him in mid range. So like, make sure you're poking ahead, especially when you have this much ink tank. Like, look at your tank. You could have thrown a burst, and you would not have even noticed. Teammate's gonna wall for you. That's very nice. Still died though. Okay, careful we don't retreat down main. Never walk direct backwards. Y'all, like, especially as QR. You have a power climb, so you need to live, but watch what happens when you go backward, like overhead POV. Okay? So you go back here, see the try follows you, and then the try is like, oh look, try strike. Dead. So you pulled them into your try strike user. Do you kind of notice that?
Yeah.
So that's why you retreat sides. Because if it messes up and you die, then at least your teammates are fine. Like, you give them space. That's at the very least here. So it's like, going, like, away a bit here is okay, because fighting a try up there is just not favorable and your teammate's dead. But don't walk directly into mid. Like, run to the side. If they run to the side, then you can even use the ledge and then, like, charge slash onto the ledge and fight them. Or, like, fake the turn back around. But this is just a trade, but it's a better trade for the try because they also get rid of the special.
Okay, I have a quick question real quick.
Yeah.
Are you able to record the same session? Because it was super helpful last time.
Yeah, I'm recording this right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I thought for some reason I could throw Super Clam as I was using Zipcaster. That's why there's this little pause here in the waste of Zipcaster.
Okay,
kind of a bad time to practice, but...
Well, learn in the moment sometimes.
Yep.
Okay. When you land from a jump in the middle of Narnia, you should be charge slash dashing whatever way you don't see enemies. Like, you're recalling, look for any players you can see, charge slash dash in the opposite direction, and pray that you get out of there. Okay. That's your only play. Don't try and fight it. There's no point in fighting it. Just move. You're probably gonna die regardless. You might as well delay your death. Unless if you know there's a dude, like, sitting directly on top of your jump, and I mean directly on top of it, in which then you can try to one-shot him. But, like, even then, you could dash and then just 180 and hit him anyway. And then you're also moving.
Alright.
The only benefit there is time, so it's, like, extremely situational there. So your burst bomb deals 0 damage, that's unfortunate. Nice. Okay, you can push jet. Cool. That's fine. Good play. Okay. You're not gonna outpoke a jet squelcher at mid-range. Like, I don't care if people who post like the training room clips and go, oh, but Stamper just can hit that, so it's fine. Stamper just hits every range value. It's so good. No, this like jet heavy anything here wins this matchup because your slash moves slow as hell and they move fast. So they will move out of the way, and then while they're moving, they're hitting you, and you're not hitting them. So they're just going to chip you slowly and surely. And then your horizontal slashes, you have to be too close in their range, and it's very difficult to hit them too. This is not worth poking for. You can go for like a burst combo and back off. That's fine, because if the burst bomb hits them, it might trap them, and then you get a kill, and then you're fine. Like, this is risky. And then it also puts you here. And now you have to fight. Now you don't get an option to go back anymore. At least you better not be able to, or they're just going to throw it. But, like, you now have to walk in and fight. Which is not the worst thing ever, at least you pull, like, someone here. But it's just not the greatest situation to be in, like, solo queue-wise. If you were in a team and you pulled a Jet Squelcher to the right and a roller went back for you and your team could walk forward and kill the Jet Squelcher on spinner, that's fine. You're in solo. Your team has no idea the Jet Squelcher's actually in a bad position. They're just gonna sit in middle. Or they'll score and leave the Jet Squelcher alive and get, like, 2 points. Careful, don't get in roller flick range. It's tempting to fight roller, because, like, slow weapon, you can combo it, but roller has much easier time one-shotting you at this range than you do. You have to be way too close to it for it. Up close, roller wins these fights. Keep your distance. It's actually kind of a challenging matchup. And you're strafing in still, like, just back off. And also keep your ink tank against rollers. Like, bait roller somewhat committal option, and then burst bomb their feet, and they're screwed. That's how you win the roller matchup.
Okay.
So, like, force them to commit, keep your ink tank high, burst bomb them so they're trapped, and then go there. You don't fight roller up close.
I did try burst bombing, but the burst bomb missed, and I was already somewhat low from throwing a different burst bomb.
Yeah, but you're burst bombing, like, on spinner. I mean, like, when he's down here, you burst bomb and it paints everything. When he's on the spinner, he can move a bit and he's okay. You want to bait him somewhere and then just burst bomb his feet. It's like you want to trap him with it. You're not just trying to hit him. Like, you're trying to hit him with it so it stops his movement. I'm not here for you to hit 60 damage. I just want his feet painted. And you'll kill him. Never underestimate how valuable it is to paint slow up his feet. Range, Explo, Hydra, rollers, all of them. Paint their feet. It's really good.
Alright.
Okay. That's fine. Did we forget about the sploosh? Okay, I think this, I hope, yeah, the sploosh just ran away. Don't approach the side of the map. Just, it's not worth going here. Like, this is just a terrible approach option. Unless if the entire team is on the other side of the map, just don't use this. If you're gonna want to push this side, you need to learn how to do the wall jump trick to go far left. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I might know, but probably not.
Okay, so you see that inkable wall on the very bottom of the screen right now? Like on the left, kind of in that corner?
I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, you can jump, burst bomb that wall jump left, and end up in the far left. It's not a great position either, but it's much better, because now they're at least looking at the side. That's like the one place you approach. Like, you can poke charge slashes under that main ledge you're on, and then wall jump to the left. Like, I will use that in scrims at times. But that's the only, like, if you're going left, that's how you're pushing it. You don't climb that wall. And the nice thing about the wall jump is the block actually covers it so well that it's really hard to kill them in the wall jump or even hit them. It's like most of the time you'll make it to the far left, and then even if you lose the fight, you're at least pulling people away. It's like, it gets much more reliable value as long as you learn the jump. It takes a bit of time, mainly because you have to jump, burst bomb the wall, and like not fall to your death, which is a little tricky. But like, it's not that bad of a jump to learn. So I definitely recommend it.
Alright.
That being said, still most of the time just don't go there. But like, if you have to, then that's what you can do. Roller extends the lead. Nice. See how when you paint his feet, he panics and just runs away? Like, he paints a wall and just tries to leave immediately? Like, he no longer cares about fighting you? That's, like, that's what you do to weapons like that with Pixal.
It is kind of funny that rollers don't like their paint being, their feet being painted when they can just roll and cover it, but...
Yeah, but you don't ever want to be rolling.
Except I like to do it just on the tower sometimes when people are trying to get up.
I mean, yeah, if you're on the tower and people are climbing you, if you're painting a wall near you and you're a dynamo, that's fine. But, like, the whole point is you force them to either flick at their feet or to spend time rolling, and then they do that, you just hit them for it. So, like, you're forcing them to do a slow, committal, easy-to-punish action, and then you punish it. Okay, nice. Yeah, good. Just, why are you fighting this thing? What are you doing here? Like, why go back? Forget the Kraken. It's not gonna, like, it's gonna be gone, and you're not gonna do anything to it. Like, you're not gonna go and scare it. It's gonna completely ignore you and zip. Don't come back here. Just zip away from it, and then recall back later. Especially when you got teammates near you for the landing. Because now you just popped zip for nothing. Like, the Kraken died, but now you're back here. So now you have to walk up here, and then you have to get here, and go over here. Now we're gonna hesitate.
My initial thought with Zipcaster was to, get away from the Kraken.
I mean, yeah, that's good. I'm saying that part's good. The problem is you came back, and there's no reason to come back. It doesn't care about you. It's invincible. This is not like a crab or a tri-strike or a Zuka where it's fightable. You don't get to fight it. Its whole value is getting people to look at it. So if you have a button that makes you not have to look at it, then don't look at it. The only exception is if it's going to run out with end lag and you don't have people there to punish it. And you had a guy on snipe, and if the guy on snipe could not kill Kraken end lag with the 10 attack, that's his fault.
Okay.
So like, zip, and then just go to mid. Just go fight somebody else, and then just recall later.
Okay.
Good kill.
Thanks.
Okay, don't jump. You're jumping there. Like, that gets the committal action. Backward first. Strafe backward. Like, dash and move, like, charge slash and then swim away immediately. Don't jump and have that delay. You need to move fast versus roller. If they're able to hit you with their flicks, 2 flicks kills you. You hitting two slashes before they hit 2 flicks is actually very small window-wise. So if they, like, get the jump on you even a little bit, like, that's gonna be a trade at worst. Don't underestimate a roller's ability to, like, consistently trade with you. Like, that matchup is more, like, you have to play mid-range for that matchup to be favored, and good rollers will always avoid that range value. Okay, come back. Don't sit there. If you see them trying to jump a ball, like, if you ever see one of their footballs in their court just, like, not moving, someone is trying to give them a jump, go back, kill that person immediately. Like, immediately look toward anywhere in your basket that's super jump range, throw burst, anything. Because you do not want them jumping. If they swim in, it's okay, because then you have time to, like, punish them. So if they change their mind and then swim, you'll be okay. But if they jump, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was super jumping. I thought he was coming.
Oh, and please kill the beacon. Do not let the sploosh jump in and just score an extra climb or 2.
Yeah, I think I break it here in a second.
Yeah, but don't even hesitate. If there's a beacon that close to your basket, get rid of it. Don't let that sit there.
I didn't even notice it at first.
Okay. There's 2 beacon weapons on the team. Crack-on and a sploosh. Those are the most likely weapons to jump to their own beacons, because they're aware that beacons exist on the map, and the other players have a hard time with it. Even then, like, if we want to go, like, weapons likely to jump to a beacon, you got 3 weapons here. 2 of which are going to kill you immediately upon landing, and the other which is a sploosh. So don't go too close to the landing. Break it, look for jump. Have to play patient. It's annoying, but, like, he's in the corner. He can't move very far.
Mm-hmm.
You also have beacons. Oh, wait, no. This, right, this just replay that show. Whatever team wants to be alpha. Yeah, we keep approaching left, like, they just see you. There's no reason to get there.
Yeah,
Like, I think a lot of the difficulty is that you're just, like, pushing a really bad squad. Okay, nice. You can kill this guy. There you go. If he has to kill you with vertical flicks, a lot more reliable. A lot more likely that just 3 shots, so you're good there. Okay, I don't know what that guy's doing. Nice. Okay, sure. Okay, there we go. Got very lucky. Okay, don't die here. Okay. Way too risky. You have a guaranteed score, your teammate has a wall, you need to live. Not only because you need to score, but your score is going to give your team who's coming back time to get clams and keep it open. Time management is everything in overtime here. You have to be able to keep the basket open. That requires constant commitment to scoring. So you cannot die here. If you die here, your team loses the game 9 times out of 10. Like, even though it's a 3v2, because your team won't have time to get back.
So how do you think I should have dealt with that situation then, instead of doing what I did there?
You just panicked. You don't even need to do anything differently. Like, you ran forward and tried to immediately score the power when your gal was there. Just paint for him, stay a bit safer, let him score, and then score your own clams. Even you scoring there was totally fine. Because now this guy's going in, and he's going to go score, and then while he's scoring, you're going to walk back, and this is how successful clam pushes happen, right? You have 1 guy recalling and 3 guys hold the basket. Nice. Yeah, had to go for that kill. No choice there, because you're going to probably need to get more clams or at least stall for your team. Nice. Okay, now you win the game.
See, look, he died in the void right there, and then I was panicking.
That is insane. Did he actually just lose you the game for that? I think he had clams too.
No, look, watch this.
Okay, you still win the game. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job on the overtime. Approaches are kind of the main thing, like going in from terrible locations, and then we're also being way too close with the roller and try on the map. That's part of why you check weapons and stuff at the start of the game. If there's a roller and try on the map, you are playing for mid-range kills. Like, a lot. You're not going for close range stuff. Because they have things that beat you that close. It also means you have to be very careful with Zipcaster. Because especially if you get higher ranks, like roller and stuff will just, like, literally sit by a backline weapon when they hear Zipcaster, wait for you to go target them, and then, boop, flick, you're dead. So you have to be very aware of where those weapons are and how to keep your distance from them.
Alright.
Okay. Man,
this one, I'm a lot better with Splash than Stamper, so played it for a lot longer.
Well, I hope so. The Stamper's very new.
Yeah, I know. I didn't actually pick up Splash until the end of 2, so but I used it a ton, so.
Okay. Let's hold up. Capping the zone at the very start of the game does not mean much. If anything, it kind of helps the opponents because it gives them special charge. Like, it looks nice, like, yeah, we got all this center control, but, like, painting that zone does not give you access anywhere. You cannot go left or mid just from that. So you might as well, like, hold the valuable positions. Like, they have they kind of have, like, 3 or so entrance routes. Like, up top, on the bottom, and then on the far left flank, you know? Like, somewhat there. It's like, you need to go pressure one of those. Don't worry about the zone. Oh, boy, okay. Let him shoot first, then charge. Don't go for him when he has a charge already. Wait out the charge. Yes, you had Surge and you had the jump on him, but Heavy is going to be able to trade with you if it has a charge. Let it shoot first, it's not that long, and then you go. It's patient, but it's fine. You're on a wall, nobody sees you. You're just dead. Unfortunate. Kraken did not read the movement, but it's okay. Someone else helped him out. Cool. Okay. Okay, we don't know where we're needed here. We're kind of just running around looking for people to fight. You need to take a second, your splash. You can help other people. You don't have to initiate stuff yourself. What needs to be done right now? Like, when we...
Paint the zone?
When we get into, like... Before, I mean, when you jumped in the first place, right? From this aerial view here, I want you thinking, okay, what do I need to do? Like, right here, this is your overhead. You should be also checking the map at this point. Okay, what do I need to do? There's a guy contesting zone here. That's a Squelcher. So if that's a Squelcher, I don't want him to go right. So, like, keep him from going right. Nice. But now there's another one on the far right. Have to be careful there. So don't turn your back on 2 people who could potentially go right. The Squelcher's still there, and there was someone else on that flank ready to push. So while you're looking over here, there's painted stuff happening here. You get lucky they don't move with it. I think the Heavy actually fell off the map.
You might have, I wasn't paying attention.
Could be a problem very quickly. You're also just don't squid surge unnecessarily. It's very slow, it's very predictable, it's oftentimes not worth going for. Just kill the landing, nice. Okay. If you're low, make sure you heal. Okay, nice. Okay, we are close to crab, it is time to get crab. Where do we crab? Yes. Oh, get up there. Nice. Okay, why crab now? What's the point of crabbing now?
To stop them from pushing the zone any further.
Okay, but if they're gonna push, where are they gonna go from that side?
They're gonna go from a little bit to my right on their side angle here.
So they have to go down here, right? This is the only place they can actually go.
Mm-hmm.
If they drop down here and you pop crab tank, what the hell are they going to do?
They're gonna have to hide or rush me down.
Where are they gonna hide?
Behind that big pole over there.
They're dropping on the left, like far left where you're shooting. That's where that one guy just dropped, right? He just dropped from the high ground down a little bit, right?
Okay.
So if he drops down there, what the hell is he gonna do? Like, how does he play the game against a crab?
He's just dead, basically.
Yeah, he's dead. So, this kind of position, like Mako Zone's left side is another example, where you actually want the enemy to go down. Like, you want them to think they can go forward. Like, I'll do this with my own team a lot. Like, if I have Kraken, I will just sit, like, in that left corner, and I'll just be like, just watch the bunker, make them go left, right? Like, have my team cover that. In this case, you don't need to communicate. You have 2 people here who can shoot bunker. Like, you have 2 mid-range weapons that if they set foot on bunker are going to get immediately shot. So great, let them drop here, it's okay. Don't crab, because if you crab, they're gonna be like, oh god, there's a crab, and then I'm not gonna drop. This guy didn't, but like, the other 2 players were like, oh shit, that's a crab, I'm gonna wait it out. in which, yes, you still get 8 seconds, but if 2 of them dropped and you crabbed, you would have gotten way more. Way, way more.
Okay.
Like, that would have been a game winner.
Stall the crab a bit longer.
Yeah, like, let them drop into areas they can't go back from. Umami zones is another one. Like, Umami has 2 push options. You know, like, the defending team can go their left, like, your left side and kind of drop really far in, and that's a bit scary. There's cover there and all that. Or they can go right side, approach from low ground, try to walk into your high ground, and have no cover near you. You can't watch both because they're really far from each other. So instead, you want them to go the push option that'll win you the game. Right? So this is what, like, this is the concept you want them to do. You want them to go here. Right? Like, the best weapons to actually drop here are Zipcaster weapons. Because if the Zipcaster weapon drops and there's a crab, they'll zip away and go fight the crab, and then when they recall, hopefully things are okay. But that's why this being a one-way drop sucks. That's what makes this map in zones not very good. Because this option, while it's there, sucks.
Okay.
And so you want to take advantage of that and get people to go into these kind of routes. Nice double. And yeah, you still clean things up. Obviously, the crab can still snipe, stuff like that. But again, better players are not going to sit there. They're going to back up all the way and live the crab, and they're not going to bother trying to fight it like that.
Okay.
It's like, eventually it will be more helpful to, like, bait that kind of thing. Nice. Okay, don't be risky, don't be risky. We're winning position. We have specials, map control, they have no time, they're staggered. We don't want to do risky moves like this. Because you're going to give them a way to win the game. Now you're going to have to walk right, and there's a rapid to squelcher, now there's a bomb, and there you go. See how I can tell, like, the fight might go south before it even happened? Like, nothing bad happened, and I was already getting, like, uh-oh, this is a problem. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
that's why you have to be really careful for these kind of situations. Like, you have an advantage enough to win the game. It's important to recognize it. Like, if the enemy team loses, like, a consecutive set of fights, or if they lose a fight very slowly in this case. Like, there was only one real team fight, but they lost it slowly. Like, the gap between the rapid dying and the splash dying was a lot, you know? So, in that case, you know that they're not going to have a lot of specials ready, and they're not going to be coordinated together. Meanwhile, your team has, like, the entire map painted. So even if they drop here and, like, paint zone and stuff, it's going to take them a lot of time to actually get everything. And because all of your other weapons are so defensive, you can actually kind of be sure that your team's not going to feed either. So you know you'll be okay here. Like, the only stray thing they can die to is an inkjet shot. And they're on the grates of Manta Maria. They'll be fine. Hopefully. So don't risk your own life here. Especially since you'll also, like, if they're in desperation mode in zones, what do teams do at, like, 10 points remaining? What are they going to do to, like, make sure they don't lose?
They all just head on rush and try to paint the zones.
Yeah, so they're just going to shoot the square as much as possible. And so you just shoot over them. Like, as a splash. You just paint over them. That's fine. Because you're going to get crab. And if you get crab, you win the game. So, like, you can utilize the fact that they're going to paint the zone. And they don't have a choice. They have to paint it. They have to let you get crab and pray that whoever's not painting wins fights. Because if they don't win fights fast enough, you get crab and then it's just GG. So play for that. That's important.
I thought I was squid rolling backwards there, but I figured I might as well just die faster because there was, like, 3 people behind me.
No, squid rolling out was good. Like, you had to try to parry the bomb. That was your only option. If you did not move, like, fast enough, you would have just gotten, like, crossfire by the heavy and the rapid blast.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't even see the heavy there.
Were you going for the guy on the wall?
I thought he was gonna go up. I saw the squid surge charge. I thought he was going up, but then he canceled, and then I saw the heavy, and then bad things happened.
Yeah, so you did see this guy. Okay, so a little bit of trigger patience here. You know they're gonna climb up under the grates. Once they get up here, do they have more or less movement options than being on the wall?
A whole lot less.
Less, yes. So in these kind of situations, wait. Let them move into the position where they cannot move as easily. That's what you want to do here. And, like, you especially want to target, like, I understand you're targeting the other guy, but you're shooting him here. Like, if he sees you shoot, squid roll backward. Drop off the wall. Surge up and then try to wall jump off the top of this if they're fast enough. Like, they have a lot of options. Not a lot of good ones, but, like, they have a lot of things they can do. And the thing is, they don't need to win the fight. Those options are, like, really bad if they need to kill you. But if those options are stall for 1 second and alert the other guy that there's someone here, all of a sudden that's way more threatening. Because then, oh, now this guy kills you. He doesn't need to win the 1v1. You have to win the 1v1. Because if that guy doesn't win the fight, this guy kills you. And then he sits in a rain and maybe explodes. What?
Didn't he die? What the heck?
And then he did die. What?
Oh, now he's dead. Oh.
And then, wait, then he instant respawn. What? Hold on.
He actually did die, but the replay is apparently struggling to grasp the last shot.
Oh.
Now he's
Oh,
dead.
yeah, because look, he's dead for like way too... Wait, did it just correct itself?
Yeah, now it corrected itself.
Hold on. Is that a replay bug? If I go back, is he going to be dead this time?
Now he's dead.
Wait.
It's worse than that Kraken crab myth.
Uh...
Actually, probably not.
What? And this
All I'm gonna
time,
do is
yeah, then
pop.
this time he's just dead. Okay, still a bad trade is the point, but replay mode is very funny sometimes, and it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Don't do this. No. You're surrounded by uninkable walls in a corner, and there's a heavy, and there's a bomb, and there's, like, maximum danger. Just get crab. It's zones. You get crab so fast in this mode on defense. Just play for crab. There's no reason to go over here. Okay, yes, hide on the pole at least. Nice. You got the skull. Nice. Ooh, don't jump down here. You're lucky you have a Kraken, but if your team is losing the fight down there, you want to go back to bunker. You want to get the kill and live. That's important.
Okay.
The Kraken's gonna go. Nice, good. Help the Kraken. That's fine. Okay. Was there an indicator that we should have been aware of this guy earlier?
I'm not sure. I didn't notice it right now.
What the hell is this?
Oh, now
Okay.
replay. Okay, it's better
We're
than
getting
Relic.
sabotaged today. Alright.
They're just like, yeah.
Okay, do you see the indicator?
Is there an ouch?
Yeah. Corner of the screen. Ouch. And even if you didn't ouch, death marker. One thing that happens
I don't pay
3.
attention very well.
You can see the X on the corner of the screen. Very important indicator. That means he's dead over there. So in all likelihood, someone is near the bunker. So I'm not, like, normally, yeah, pain here, get crab, good play. But if someone's potentially dead, not turn first. Because you would have caught this guy immediately. You'll still be fine, but only because that guy also didn't notice you. But if he traded with you and you lost crab, that's a good trade for him. Like, not amazing, but that's not what you want.
He's already in trouble. He might as well kill a crab.
Okay, I don't know what this crab is, I'm gonna be honest. Their whole team's still coming from spawn. You don't have to pop it immediately. Like, the splash is dead. The others were just dead. They're not ready to push yet. If they try to push now, again, same logic before, let them go in and you'll be fine. Like, there's no reason to pop it this early. One of them might still feed your crab. Yeah. And we hit some... Oh, did we hear the hit on bunker? Do you play the game with audio?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Listen to crab sounds. Like, recognize what an actual hit marker is for the outside effect. It's a very quiet noise, because there's a lot of noises in this game, but important to recognize. If someone's there and you hit them with a crowd explosion, flare your map open immediately. You'll see them. You'll know where they are, and then just go throw burst bombs at them. Like, go pressure that guy.
Just like the Explosion.
Yes. Just like with Expo, or just like with burst bombs normally, if you're used to that.
Yeah, I'm not used to doing it with burst bombs normally. That would be a good tip to get used to.
Yeah. Burst bomb in general, you can do that, but most of the time you burst bomb someone, you know where they are already. Crab AoE is a bit different because it's such far range that, like, you know, if your crab's gonna run out, you're probably just gonna launch one of them and somewhere you think someone might be. Because, like, you just want to get something out of the end of stuff. If you're gonna keep jumping like this, you need to wear stealth. Do you wear stealth?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that.
For me, like, I don't think you need to rush your re-entry on this weapon as much. You get a lot of passive value. But, like, solo queue, yeah, solo queue stealth's probably worth it anyway. Not until you get, like, super high Japan X powers where people will A, safely give you jumps, and B, Object Shredder helps a lot to win crab fights. Like, until you get there, yeah, probably better to get safer jumps, especially if you're climbing in an A. People are so selfish in an A, nobody cares about their team in this mode. Like, you have to do everything. So, like, stealth is a very selfish ability. It's just get safer jumps when people aren't going to give them to you. That's so much better in a mode like this where you need to solo carry. It's like, yeah, if you want to do stealth here. Okay, we are... Don't rush into mid-range weapons. Like, if there's a rapid or a heavy that can poke you in a fight you're in, don't go there. Like, you're just asking to get crossfire. In this case, you're getting double crossfire because there's a heavy and the rapid. And even the Squelcher could have helped if you wanted to. Okay, why are you, like... The first half of this game, you played really patient to the point of, like, popping crab too early. And now you're, like, jumping into the front line running at people, like, 4 times.
Yeah.
Do you recognize that, like, change? Or...
Yeah, so at first when we were taking it down all the way to 20, it'll sound really stupid if I say it, but I was taking the game a little more passively and calmly, but then I realized that, like, we got 1.5 minutes left, they've got the zone sort of thing.
So you panic,
Then I
basically.
started... Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, a little too early.
So, zones, you have to realize, A, you have a lot of time, their penalty is very large, and then they have to get the lead to you. So it's okay. If you're just keeping the zones contested, like, it's scary, but that's time off their clock, not yours. You have the lead. So, like, just playing passively and stalling zones is good. And on top of that, you have to remember, you get special very quickly in this mode. Like, this is the mode that's easiest to farm special zone. And so you can let things, like, slow down if you're in an advantage situation and have a key special like this. That's okay.
Okay, perfect.
So like, at the start, you recognize it did it really well, but once you have that lead, like, you know you can play a bit more safe if you want. Not less so. Like, you have that kind of insurance. Okay. Okay, don't one-way drop against mid-range. Especially when they have wave. Heavy and rapid here should just immediately be ready to shoot you. Higher levels, you will find players who will just be sitting here waiting for this. It'll either be short-range weapons sharking near here or mid-range weapons behind a wall. Either one will be killing you. Secondly, if you're worried about time thing, one thing you can do for small zones maps like this is just throw 2 burst bombs slightly spread out of the zone. Because it'll paint and it'll also contest the objective and force them to paint it, and that'll buy you time because it'll contest for a little bit. Okay, really good way to buy a bit of extra time farming crab.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, luckily you're not going to die because everyone's panicking about the Kraken and going over there, and they even tri-striked it, so you're good. Nice. That's the thing about Kraken. Yep.
Sorry, I probably should have climbed up that top area before I used crab.
I mean, in general, I think the crab, like... Actually, how much time is left? In general, if they're this many down, I would say try to not even use the crab if you don't have to. But, like, if it looks scary, then yeah, go crab top. Because you have all your sight lines blocked here. Like, yeah, there you go. You shoot the wall. That's a scary peek, but it's a good one. Very good. Okay, I don't hate this. You have range, so you're going to be really scary. Nice. And do you notice something else he did well there? I don't even know if you realized this. Like,
the burst bomb?
Yeah, not just that. Like, look how you played that actually kept you alive. It looked like you were standing in the middle of nowhere, but you actually kind of used cover.
Hiding on the side?
Yeah, kind of the side. You more jump away from it, but it's the slope. The slope actually kind of helps you a lot here. It makes it just slightly more awkward to hit you. Just slightly. Good to do. But also, like, play near this wall. It's not right peeking, like, your weapon's still there. But, like, this is small amounts of cover are very good to use. It's like, even that little bit with the slope will help out. It's better than just running straight in and getting close for no reason. Nice. Yes, good way to punish rapid. But then you don't need more. You're getting greedy now. You're half to crab. You killed one of their players. Just get your crab. Just get crab, use crab in the last 10 seconds. No
I need to pay attention to my special charge more.
And also don't rush in a wave. You don't break wave very fast. Like, you're not a sword. So you don't need to rush it. If anything, like, this wave isn't going to do too much to your own team. So you can just back off, and then they've also wasted wave, and one of their players is dead, and you're okay. That's fine, too. But now their wave's not wasted, because you're dead. And you're, like, most valuable target here. So let's see what your team's doing. Okay, don't...
So
even if you have stuff,
I think
cut out corners.
Well, yeah, they just had a brain fart here, because you'll just see what happens. Like, the heavy
they just, yeah, well, they're just panicking. They see 10 seconds left, must get zone. 10 seconds left, must get zone. Which is better than forgetting about it, but, like, that's what happened there. But this is still, like, not a good play. Like, you just need to go in safely. If you're gonna jump into your teammate and just shoot your zone. But, like, realistically, just get crap. Don't worry about the cap. It's not a big deal. Your team will get all the specials in the world, and you'll be okay. Okay, nice. Okay. I will show the sturgeon wall jump real quick since we talked about it earlier, and we'll go over, like, a few things. So Splash, like, you're definitely, like, the start of the game you played really good. Like, you made some small mistakes, but a lot of those were difficult stuff. Like, the idea of, like, holding your crab for the enemy team to drop in first, that's an advanced concept. Like, there are high-level players that will like, crab before they drop in, like, in actual scrims. Like, that's not uncommon at all. Don't feel bad for, like, that kind of thing being pointed out. It's like, that, if I have to point out that kind of advice to you, you're doing good. Like, I want you to think of it that way. But
Okay.
the main thing there, like, the only reason that game was hard is that you made it hard. The entire first, like, 2 minutes was just you rolling them over and over, and their team could not do anything to play the game. Afterward, you started to just kind of panic and get them kills, and luckily your team was fine, so you still won anyway. Like, try to relax on that kind of thing. Like, think about your special. Think about, like, what conditions am I playing for to win the game, right? Like, what do I need to get? What do I need to do? And focus on that. Like, approach it as a small thing. Don't think about the match as a whole. If it helps to, like, shrink it down, like, okay, what do I do to win the next team fight? Like, what do I do to win this fight? Not the whole game, just this fight, right? Because you don't want to panic about, like, well, if they get the zone, then they could hold forever, and then they win the next team fight, and then we snowball the game. Like, don't worry about that. Just, okay, what do I need to do to win this next fight? That kind of thing. Okay.
Okay.
So, here's the wall jump, okay?
Smaller perspective.
Jump. See? I already messed it up.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying here.
So, like, it's risky. It's a difficult jump to get used to. But that's kind of the perk. So, like, if you're really going to go left side, and, like, I don't even really do this. Let me actually sit normally, but, like, this is what you should do at the start. And then you go, like, you could even do this if you want to paint it safely, though it takes a bit longer, and then just wall jump. It looks scary, but once you get the wall jump, the rest of it's pretty free. And then from there, the nice part is you can even go here. Like, if people rush you on the left, you can legit just jump back here, and then come back. And, like, it'll take a while to kill you. And then if they leave you, you get here. Yeah?
If I had the zip caster, also I could fake my death by jumping in the void. That's probably not a good way to use zip caster.
I mean, if you have zip, it's like a way to stay alive, but no. But, like, if you get zip, like, the main thing is you go here, you poke. If you have zip, like, right here, boom, you're fighting here. I'm gonna set up a hit because of the lamp. Like, you could just go in, and you have a good recall spot, because now you're in this corner, right? If I'm an enemy team trying to push tower, I have to go, like, turn, go, fight sword, hopefully win, come back, go get tower. Like, that's good. You want to pull people over here anyway. So that's good. But in general, like, one way, you could get rushed here, here, people can shoot you here, people can shoot you here. If you climb up this high ground here, here, people can climb under mid, people can use that, like, it's like a horrible approach option. Whereas you can go, like, here.
I know how bad it was.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people realize it, because it doesn't look that bad on paper, because, like, it's pretty wide. But, like, you're just completely surrounded. And also, climbing up ledges in this game is way worse of a position than people realize, but... Here, if you want, like, you can poke. This gives you a good bird's eye view. Like, you can check pretty much all of under there. And then you can just rotate right. The other thing you can do if you're struggling to get on this map is go over here. This route and going bottom right is pretty good. Because then you have this ledge to play under immediately. And remember the wall jump thing I told you? How this is way easier? Yeah, now you get this. And this is easy. This is not hard to do, by comparison, right? And then you're here. Now you have this ledge, you have a flank, you can get onto spinner and poke under this. If they're far away, you can poke this wall. Like, so many good positions. And the great part is, like, you guaranteed get here at the minimum. Like, it's really hard to stop people from getting here, especially on tower, because their whole team's gonna go rotate over there. It's like the ability to watch this flank is harder once they're pushing. You just have to be careful not to be too slow. Like, you do need to go contest this in time. It's like, don't be lazy with the flank, but that's kind of the thing. For the most part, I think you do good with sword. Just, like, be careful for close range matchups like rollers, Luna, Rag Blast, Clash. You kill fast enough, it's fine. Tri-Slusher, like, all of that stuff. Even Flingza, like, be careful for that. You don't want to get too close to these weapons, and you want to focus on painting them. Like, another thing you can do against them, like, if there's a roller, is you can just horizontal flip, and then if they, like, if you hit a horizontal, burst horizontal combo. Really underrated. Because you poke, and you don't have to commit the burst bomb until you get a hit. And once you get a hit, then you can commit it. Whereas if you poke the burst bomb first, like, you just lose the burst bomb if no one's there, and you're, like, down immediately. But you can poke a lot of horizontal slash and still have access to the burst bomb as, like, a finisher. So that's good to do.
Perfect.
Zips need some work as well with who you're targeting. You're still kind of, like, panicking it a lot. Look for, like, okay, I'm going to go this location. If you don't have a target, have a key location. Like, someone is probably here. I will get this spot. That kind of thing. So, like, if you have to panic zip and there's a Kraken, like in that situation here, okay, where would you go? If, like, you're blind zip casting, because, like, you're going to zip here and you're not going to see anything, but, like, where are you thinking of going? Like, maybe tower? Or, sorry, it was Clan Bloods. It's like, maybe, like, mid to watch objective, maybe spinner, maybe their spinner. Like, just go somewhere you think is relevant, right? Like, don't sit in your court. Just go somewhere relevant. You might guess wrong, but, like, at least you have a chance of guessing right there.
Okay.
So, sword work on your approach options a bit, kind of, like, weigh things, and utilize ledges more. Like, if you're gonna go this spot, I expect you to play the ledge. So that's really valuable. Play mid-range combos more. You get too close to people. It's fine if they have slower kill time stuff, but against, like, weapons that are very good in short range, you don't want to play up close to them. And then zip cast, just be, like, a little more proactive with it. Just think, like, have things in your head you want to do when you pop it. Even if you can't see someone. Preferably, like, you see a target and you know what you go for. If you don't see a target, think of a position. Any of those would have fried.
That a lot of people like to take.
Yeah. Splash is literally just playing patient. I don't even have anything special to show off here. Like, don't panic as much. Careful we're not targeting too far. And then if you get a kill, really think about evaluating if you're close to crab. Because Splash gets crabbed so fast that oftentimes, like, the paint from both taking a fight and winning it will be enough to get you, like, halfway. And so, especially it's important for tower when you get, like, the passive special charge that objective provides. Like, get a kill quick.
Yeah, do you think I should run special charge up for the splash? Because currently I'm running, I think, Ninja Squid, Last Ditch Effort, and Swim Speed.
You could probably fit charge up if you want. Yeah, you're already lightweight. You don't need too much swim. I mean, the swim's not bad either, but, like, you could definitely switch around some stuff for it if you want. Like, stealth would be more important for solo. Just play for your crab more. I don't even think you need the charge up. Just, like, recognize, like, I'm halfway to crab. I know that there's some paint around the map. I'm just gonna go get crab. Like, think about your special charge constantly. Like, I get a kill. Okay, I just painted this area of the map. How close am I to crab? Do I need to play aggressive, or should I play for special now? Like, that kind of thing. Always try to, like, reevaluate what you play for. It's very important with Splash to kind of, like, reassess it and not tunnel. Because Splash is, like, you can play to burst bomb for teammates. You can paint the map. You can shark in. You can crab. And it's like, you constantly need to be reevaluating, okay, which of these options am I doing now? What do I do next? I just did this, now do I have to keep playing like this, or do I now switch my priority? You know, and all of those have more nuance to it, but it's like, you have to kind of think and select those options. I think, like, the start, though, you did really good. Like, just don't panic as much when things get low time. Like, remember, like, the fights they need and just focus on individual fights, and you'll do a lot better there. I think it was mainly just a mentality thing, because your splash play was really, really good at the first 2 minutes, and you just kind of, like, panicked near the end. So just, like, try to recognize that. Like, if you die, like, 2 or 3 times really fast, just think, okay, let's stop going in. Like, if you're gonna die over and over again, you need to, like, stop and reassess it. Try to get that loop in. If you're struggling to notice it in-game, watch your replays. If you die 3 times in a row, look on recognizing it. Watch it back on the replay and recognize the situation that's leading you to get there, like a common habit. Like, if for your game, for example, most of the time it was super jump. If it wasn't super jump, it was walking directly into enemy zone. Those were the 2 things that got you killed a lot of the time. Like, that's the patterns I would recognize if I was, like, you VOD reviewing yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions or anything else to go over?
No, I think that's good.
Okay. Thank you very much for booking.
Yeah. Thank you for going over all this stuff.
Yeah, no problem.